So, we're here with Wild Charge. Now, as if no one has ever even heard of y'all before, no information. The whole point of this interview, I feel, is to get your name out there, get people to know who you are, right? Random facts about y'all, maybe what type of genres you hit. Anything that you can give in terms of as if no one ever heard your stuff or knowing who you are, that you can best describe who Wild Charge even is.
All right. Well, first off, we're from Fort Walton.
Okay.
Fort Walton-based band. I'm the lead guitar player in the band. Even though, give that boy his flowers, Jeffrey writes the majority of the material as of now.
Okay.
Up until now.
So you were writing material for a while, and then...
Well, actually, me and Jeffrey wrote a few songs. So I'm one of the original members. I'm not going to say one of the founding members, but I was one of the original members. And back then, it wasn't Wild Charge yet. It was just this... it was Jeffrey, and he had, all of these ideas, and he wanted to do stuff with them.
Okay.
But he didn't necessarily know, how to do the thing he wanted to do with them. And I had just moved here from Atlanta. I was coming here for a little bit before I moved here, and then when I moved here, I met him, the first day I got here. It was crazy. I'm a producer, and I make records, so, I'm really good at orchestrating sound. We started writing ideas together, tracking some demos, and then once again, like I said at that time, Wild Charge was not a thing. Okay, so there's these other guys who used to come around and jam and we'd write stuff with, and we did a few songs with them, but it just got to a point musical direction wise, It just wasn't getting prepped fast enough because I had already been doing things with other people who were kind of on a more professional level. So
okay.
I was used to all right, come on, we should be doing this by now, or let's get these songs and start practicing this. Okay. Who are the members of this? What's going on? I was just I'll be back, because it will still be molded and formed. And by the time that I did come back, sure enough. Now this is the thing, okay. I didn't rejoin Wild Charge immediately. So when I came back, they had a whole different lineup, man. It was Jeffrey, and I think it was Landon, this guy named Barlow, and Trey. Trey's always been there. Trey has always been there. Okay, guys. So that never changes. Okay.
Has the style of blending punk and rapping to weird electronic undertones.
Okay, absolutely. Okay. And we call it black music. Is
that's the official term? Well, that's what you're calling.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Because it's hard. It's so hard.
I was trying to figure out how to categorize the music, and I couldn't come up with it. That's why I'm
every time people are what music do you make? And I've had to say more than 4 words. But
I think that's why y'all are good, though, right? I mean, because it's so much diversity going on and so many blendings of different things.
Well, that's never the focus. It's more of, are we making music that we love?
Okay, cool.
Are we making music that, does it feel nostalgic? Does it sound like Nintendo? Does it sound like anime?
Yeah, there's a lot of anime lyrics up in your songs. I noticed that as well.
So that's the key component. Does it sound like things that were important to us when we were growing up?
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I totally relate there.
That man Jeffrey. Up until I actually rejoined the band officially, the writing has been all of him. And that man just knows how to pluck my strings. So it makes it easy for me to go, oh, I know what to do there,
Now, I don't know the dates because I went and was listening to albums I see Likeable, and then this thing recently released of the, Money at the Door?
Mm-hmm.
But that Likeable, when did that Likeable come out?
I feel like that was probably 5 years ago.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because I'm noticing a difference in just terms of quality, but it still sounds like the same spirit. What I mean?
It's become refined. It's become refined.
Yeah.
And that's been a big part of when me and Jeffrey started interacting with each other, like that was the thing that I was like, that's what you're lacking. Like everything else here is great. Like, like your fluidity and like the genre blending is super cool. Like no one else.
Y'all on stage, the energy.
Oh man. Well, I mean,
so good.
I'm playing with all of my best friends. And
I have to say that again. It went incredible. And you can tell the difference between like the band before y'all compared to the energy after the fact. Y'all made the show better even for the bands afterwards, just because now everyone's so amped and hyped.
Oh, we come to tear it up every time. Like,
Wild Charge, I understand the meaning of the name. Yeah.
I mean, we're just some young Florida boys, and so we come to fuck shit up regardless of like. And if I don't care how many people are there, I want to play like there's 1,000 people there every single time.
Yeah.
It's everybody else.
Because yes, Handlebar's not a gigantic venue, but everyone's pumped, everyone's loving it. It was a good crowd for its size and everything. And I mean, what did you think about the Handlebar? Because we're right here.
Everything was great.
Cool.
I just wish they gave me more free train tickets.
What'd you get? 2?
I got 2.
Okay.
And I'm a big boy. Okay. No,
2?
On a serious note, the ambiance was great. Their sound guy, you know what the fuck you're doing. Thank you. Okay, because it's really hard to come across that. Like,
cool.
Like, that's the thing that I normally I'm the most scared about. Because our music is so all over the place. It's like, if this guy doesn't know us, he's not going to know what to do. And this is just going to sound like dog water, and then I have to start bringing a board and a mixer and my laptop. Like at a point, I was running everybody was running into my laptop.
Yes, it's just like guitarist, bassist, drummer, singer, but there is so much under the hood on y'all's tracks of going all over the place. So
even when we played the Handlebar show, we didn't really do everything that should be there. And coming soon, we actually do have an album that we've been prepping since probably summer of last year. Okay. And obviously. But we've been prepping it since summer. And we're really curating our sound. And I'm taking my time with it. Like, other Wild Charge tracks and albums, they kind of were like just rushed and put out there because we need content and we want to make music and we want to share these ideas. And
there's a fine line to it all. You don't want to rush it, but you could definitely be on the other side to where you're stressing everything way too hard, overthinking everything left and right. Next thing you know, you're sitting on it for years. Yes, there needs to be a fine line there. But
it's coming soon. Yeah. We already have a few of the songs done.
Cool.
Some of them are songs that we are revisiting from Money at the Door.
Okay.
So be ready for that. Even the original album, we're revisiting a couple of songs from there.
Okay.
Which is going to be really dope. This album that we're working on right now is actually the album that defines that Wild Charge sound.
Yeah, because the previous one's likable. What is it, like 6 or 7 tracks? And then
it's more of an EP.
Yeah, and then same with this last one too, right? So are you trying to actually do a full album?
Oh yeah, we're going full album.
Okay.
With this one. Okay. And like I said, just your jaws are going to drop. Not only just this Wild Charge music, but just the music that we are preparing at Yellow Pine Records in general is this is going to be a crazy year for music. Like, I can't even really.
I'd say the biggest crowd pleaser at the show was the show your fangs, kid. Show your. It popped off.
If it's not show your fangs, it's shimmy, and if it's not shimmy, it's potent.
What's where it's like CCCQ, what?
Triple C.
Tell me, what is that track? That may be outside of shimmy, probably a number 2 for me.
Don't quote me on this.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that it's about like a strain of weed.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of weed talk in the song, so it makes sense. Okay.
Adonis is probably the guy to talk to about stuff like I said, I wasn't even around at that time. I'm the guy that I'm the Green Ranger.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I just show up and I'm like, pow, pow, pow. Oh, we did it? Up until recently, because I was coming back from a state of where I wasn't actually doing any music for a little bit. So really, me getting back into Wild Charge
probably made you more hungry.
Well, thanks to Jeffrey, because he was like, bro, you definitely should start playing more. And
cool.
It was one of my goals moving back to rejoin the band. But so I didn't know any of the music. Okay. I didn't, any of the songs that we play, we don't even play the songs that me and Jeffrey originally wrote together.
Okay. So there's a lot of catch up on your part.
Yeah, when I first got back. Okay. Yeah, and now I play in...
Well, I couldn't have told by that show.
I play in 4 other projects now. Wild Charge is my main project.
Okay.
But for the fact that I am playing all the time, my chops have gotten back to where they need to be, and I actually know the songs now. And a couple of the songs that we play are songs that I have helped write. But
in terms of writing songs, what's just a personal, out of any of the songs that you wrote, which one connects, always thinking back on being really pivotal for you? Just a really
Wild Charge?
Yeah. For Wild Charge, just a track you wrote that means a lot to you.
Well, it's not dropped yet.
Oh, okay. It's an upcoming
one. Frustrations, which is one that I helped co-write, and we performed that one. But that is not a release song yet either, but we just play it live. We do have these 2 songs that are coming. One is called Purgatory, and one is called Seafoam Pink.
Seafoam Pink.
And those songs are pretty freaking gnarly.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that you can't have it now.
Well, you're saying soon, so I guess soon then. Now, so you got new album coming here, actual full-on deal. Any upcoming shows that you got in the books? Any ones that you're trying to go to venue-wise?
I cannot actually tell you.
Okay.
What we may have booked right now. The Green Ranger. You ever watch Power Rangers?
Yeah.
They literally just... we need your help.
Show up, kick ass, bounce. Yeah. I got you.
Even though we all live in the same town, I just moved to Destin because we have a studio location there.
Okay.
Jeffrey, Jesse, and Adonis, they all work really hard. And they do regular jobs, 9 to 5s. I'm the only guy in the band. Oh, and Trey, he works really hard. Sorry, Trey. He's always been here. Okay. I'm the only guy in the band who is blessed enough to actually be a full creative. And I get to work doing art every day. So I don't actually get to see Jeffrey, Jesse, and Adonis that often. And I never get to see Trey. We see Trey when we play shows or when we are lucky enough to have practice, which is another, that's why we're literally like the Power Rangers, because we don't even get to do that as often as...
You're I wish we did practice more, but it's just hard to get everyone together. So remember you were talking on all different influences that we had growing up, and that's why we're doing music and all that. In terms of music and different artists when you're growing up, I think back to my earliest music memories of music that was really pivotal to me is probably when I was hitting about 10, 11, 12-year-old kind of range, the very first. And it was AFI, Blink-182. What are some artists for you of your earliest memories just really attaching to and absolutely loving?
Okay. Nabula.
Okay.
The guy who does
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about me and Jeffrey. While everybody else was paying attention to what was on the radio, we were the guys when we were growing up that we would just leave our PlayStations running on repeat for that opening theme of the game. Yeah. Or if it was games like Guilty Gear, Daisuke Ishitari, love that guy.
So I'm a huge gaming dork, so I know exactly what you're getting at there.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII was the first RPG outside of me being a kid playing Pokemon that I like super absorbed and like totally changed my life. And I'm super hyped on Rebirth coming out here soon and all that. So, but I mean, talk about he may be the best composer to be living right now.
I mean, he's done so much. He's prolific, Or the guy, like, Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Or Ghibli, however you say it.
Yeah.
Every piece of music out of that, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke.
So all that's always in your head as you're making music.
Fully Zelda.
Fully cool. That's what's
Samurai Champloo. That's where some of the rap gear vibes come into play.
Samurai Jack, dude.
Some of that, I'm never really because I don't even personally, I actually don't listen to music. And I know that sounds like, well, how do you make music if you don't listen to music? But being a producer, if I'm listening to what everyone else is doing, then I just accidentally recreate that stuff. And then I go to show my friends these. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this demo I'm working on? They're like, this is dope. But it sounds like...
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Well, now it's making a lot of sense to why y'all sound so unique, right?
Yeah.
It's because you're not listening to whatever is currently blasting out there that a lot of people are. You're pulling influences from whatever anime, from whatever video game, from maybe an important film.
Shit, even sometimes the YouTube ad. YouTube ads be slapping, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's kind of like where the influences are coming from.
Cool.
A lot of jazz, though, too. I do love jazz.
Okay.
Actually, Korea.
Which the whole point of jazz is being as creative as possible and mixing it up, right? Yeah. Which clearly, again, shows in the tracks.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So, what even got you to creating music in the first place? Like, what is the ultimate music creation drive?
Well, for me, music is kind of like a part of my identity because I've always played music.
So for me, music is number one. Is that the case for you over anything else? Like gaming, film, whatever. If I can think of the ultimate medium, music is always going to be first place.
Yeah, music is my video game. It's my Guitar Hero.
Okay.
But no, I've always done music since I was 3 years old. My father was a musician.
Okay.
And I guess he passed the gene down to me.
What did he play?
He's a violinist. He played organ. He was a multi-instrumentalist.
Okay, cool.
I played more than just guitar. I'm a multi-instrumentalist as well.
Yeah, what other instruments can you play?
Guitar, drums, keys,
okay, so
bass. Anything you can put in my hands for 30 minutes, I'll figure it out.
So you got a lot of music theory up in your brain.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's just in the blood, too. I try to do as little thinking as possible. Actually, when it comes to playing, just period. It's just, does it feel right?
Yeah. It really does come down to just the feeling of it, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of passion, right? The technical side of it, we can figure it out, right? But as long as you just have the drive, energy, and passion to even want to do it, that's what's most important.
Whoa.
And that's why I like punk so much over so many other genres, because we aren't caring how technical you are on that guitar.
Right.
We just care that you bring the energy.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, and other than just being something that was a part of, my grandma geared me into it a lot. But also, because I moved around a lot as a kid, because I was kind of in the system and stuff. And music was just always there,
Growing up, I mean, are you over 30? Because I am.
Yeah,
and
32.
I'm trying to figure it out, because I had this cassette player that I used to have of this recording whatever songs off the radio. Right?
Yeah, same. Yeah, same shit. Yeah.
Okay. Then downloading songs off of Napster, which that left, and then it led into Kazaa, BearShare, LimeWire, all that mess.
Destroyed a few computers with LimeWire. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Every other song came with a virus, most likely. So, yes. Or at least, like, midway through the track, this beat's brought to you by.
You're like, damn. She louder than the song, bro. Who was that?
Yes.
That mix was better than that.
Or what? An hour to download a single track?
Well, I mean, that wasn't the application's fault. That was just because bandwidth was.
Yeah, no. We were what, 5K?
Shit. Yeah, like, yeah. We had to work on the games. Different times.
Yeah. Burning CDs, making different mixes and all that.
Burning CDs.
Selling the CDs.
No, see, look, well, my thing was when I was a kid. All right. So, like, you know how stereos back in the day, you could, like, plug up your karaoke mic or whatever.
Yeah.
And sing with the songs on the radio.
Yes.
What I used to do is plug my guitar up to it. Okay?
Cool.
And I would, like, whatever songs would come on, like, and that's how I got really good at improv. Because, like, I didn't know what the fuck was going to be playing or who was coming up next. I just pick a radio station and I just start jamming with it. And then I would make, like, 30 of these tapes and then take them to school and be like, yeah, I was jamming with Judas Priest. Just check us out. We're rocking. Yeah, you like Fall Out Boy? With him just yesterday.
Now, Fall Out Boy, Take This to Your Grave is like one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah.
So I just had to mention that, but anyway.
But
yeah, no, I feel you. Okay.
They throw down. I've seen them a few times. I grew up in Atlanta. I'm not actually from out here.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
When did you move here?
Maybe like, somewhere around 8 and 5 years ago.
Okay. You've been a little too fucked up to remember.
Well, no, because I originally started coming out here back when I was in the service industry.
Okay.
I used to be a service tech.
Okay.
And back when Helen Mack was alive on Okaloosa Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you know the mothership. Okay. And I met a lot of really dope people within the time of me coming here. On and off. Like,
okay.
So I met some dudes who were like, yo, if you move here, we'll do a band. And then I came here, and then those dudes were like,
pussyfoot around a little bit.
And that's how I met Jeffrey.
Okay.
So that's how that whole thing happened. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know anything about, like, the venues and stuff here, but I've seen, like, hella crazy shows in Atlanta, the Mass 3 and the Tabernacle.
Mm-hmm. No, recently, I will say, I've been really happy about the Pensacola scene here. This last, like, I'd say 2 years, it has been skyrocketing.
Yeah. I mean, music in general and the Panhandle, like, these guys are getting better. They're starting to work on their chops.
It's getting good. Yeah. It's getting good.
A lot of talent's just popping out of nowhere. The youth are going crazy.
I mean, I went just last week. So your show was that Thursday night. I went Friday night, Saturday night. I cannot believe how good these different artists are here that are just right around the corner in a small little venue. I'm just shocked of the quality's just through the roof. And I've been super stoked. And so, like, I've been trying to just get footage in general just because I'm trying to just start doing that and record a bunch of stuff and get it out there. But the whole time, I just got the biggest smile on my face of just how fucking great these shows are.
But see, that's why the shows are getting great, though. Because guys like you are starting to show up more often.
Yeah,
Like we showed up, we had our own photographer. There was like 6 of you guys out there. Okay, and
I know, right?
What the fuck is going on?
I had to stand way back and do this crap.
And I'm looking at everybody else like, who the fuck hired this guy? I'm like, who hired who? Like, I know I got Rachel here. No
one's hiring. They're just doing it because they just want. They're just that good.
But when that's happening, everyone's like, damn, we gotta actually sound good. So I want to catch this dog shit. No, the talent's just the talent's just coming up. It really is. It really is. And I appreciate you guys for coming out. Like,
thanks for coming here.
You guys made the last show 10 times more worth it just for like the energy you were feeding us.
Cool.
That was epic. I almost ate a camera.
Dude, I mean, so what's y'all's names? I don't even know. What's every name in the band here?
I'm the Green Ranger. I'm Travis Jackson.
Okay.
There's Jeffrey Reed. He's the founder and the main writer of the band.
Was he who went shirtless that show?
No, that is Adonis.
Okay.
Jeffrey also plays guitar.
Okay.
Okay. Adonis is the main front man.
Okay.
Then we have Jesse. He's
okay. Yep.
The only white boy in the band. I was like, isn't it normally the black guy on the bass? I was like, look, he albino. And Trey, don't forget. What did I say earlier? He's always he's always been there. Cool. He's always been there. Yes, Trey, and he plays the drums.
No, I was gonna ask that album art. Had like the 4. Are those supposed to represent y'all?
Except for me.
Oh. See, I thought it was with the hat. I was like, dude,
no, not
what
yet.
is that you?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, this next album.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm a little. No, but see, that's my own fault because I was like, well, I'm gonna go do other things while you guys get it together because I gotta do things now. You know. But when I came back, like I said, those boys really held it down, and Jeffrey kept his vision alive.
Cool,
which is really dope because it made it really. Like, Wild Charge is definitely a part of my soul, and it makes me very happy and proud to be a part of it, to see that. Okay, like, tighten this up, and hopefully in, like, 3 years, like, you know, I'll see what's going on. And he was like, yeah, I'll build a ship, like, do this.
I'm not just trying to fluff you up. You guys definitely deserve a lot more listens than what you get. When I was seeing that, I was like, man, because y'all did an amazing show. I go home, listen to you guys on the way home. I'm loving what I'm hearing. And I'm just like, I'm still just listening to it now. Like yesterday, I was playing it, whatever. And I'm like telling this person, that person, all that good stuff, right? And then every time I go and look at the actual like numbers, I'm just like, it's got to get higher. It's got to. Well, they deserve it. It's so good.
Wild Charge is not very good at promoting and marketing. I think that's really where the downside of the listens comes to, you know. Because I agree, the music is great, or else I wouldn't want to be a part of it. It truly represents like when it comes to like that side of the coin of like, you know, raw and aggressive music. Like, that's everything I want to do. I want it to sound like how Wild Charge.
It's raw and aggressive, but it actually is really technical and really well put together. Because again, like I was saying earlier with different punk bands, we're not caring, but that's where I was also surprised. I'm like, oh, but this is actually really well put together on top of it. So it's even cooler.
I really appreciate it. You know, you guys are great.
Well, I think that will do it. Thanks for coming, Travis.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ben, for coming along as well. And hope everyone can see this, and I hope your numbers rise because of things like this. So
me too. And I hope you guys have us out here again soon. Maybe next time we can have everyone here.
Yeah.
I hope you guys tune in, check us out. It's cool if I do a shameless plug here.
Go ahead.
Also, check us out on A50 Events. Yellow Pine Records.
What is that?
So with Yellow Pine,
like
I said, me and Ben, we actually run a record label together and a studio.
Okay.
And we have a plethora of artists of all kind of different genres. I'm working on a couple of other projects. One called Brown Sugar, which is not. I'm just trying to get the music together. That's my homie Drells, aka Sip Juice. Just this crazy big band jazz stuff going on, like some snarky puppy kind of shit.
Okay,
it's wild. And then ojj.roc is me, my dad. When I be doing my rap shit, I rap and I do R&B and I sing and I produce beats.
Okay,
and that's that guy. Okay, and then. Because, you know, it's just too much. I don't want to put it all together, you know?
I got it.
It's like,
I'll figure it out.
It's just too much, like, you know, I don't want to be like
I'm in the same boat. I'm doing Nerds on Top. I'm doing Inside By. I'm doing Scene Pensacola stuff. I'm doing my own just personal ordeals. And it's like, how do I even advertise? Oh, I feel it.
And everyone's like, you should just put it all in one thing. And I'm like,
I don't want to.
Yeah, it's like, that guy's not that guy. And that guy, like, who I am when I play in OG Rock, when I play in Wild Charge, it's not who I am when I do ojj.roc, and, you know, vice versa. So it's just like all these
I understand. I get you.
But yeah,
all right.
We got a lot of cool things going with that too. Yellow Pine Records. I don't care. When you put that in there, make my voice go like Yellow Pine Records.
Thanks for coming. All right, we're good.